But every time I think of Jeffrey, I think of that episode when they was on Soul Train, and Jeffrey had that afro on with the shades.
What was that? What bad was
I always think about that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I was a kid, I said I wanted to be a butler because Jeffrey get paid and talk bad about people. And then when I got old, I'm like, oh, that's what a butler do. He clean up. I'm like, okay. Man, shout out to Jeffrey, man. We need butlers, man. So yeah, man. We need good people out there. But yeah, no, this is gonna be good. The trailer is really good. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. You got your boy Joffrey in the building, and you got your boy Chris. What's going on this morning, Chris?
What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Man.
I ain't got no skits for y'all today. I'm got something different today. Always doing something extra. I'm gonna give y'all something different.
What you got, brother? What you got?
Nothing.
I ain't got nothing for you. Hey man, we rocking the black tee today too, man. I just never realized that we don't plan this, ladies. We just wake up and do what we supposed to do, man. Shout out to our two compadres, Mike and Shay. They cannot join us. They do other things, taking care of business, take care of family business, and working, do what they do. So shout out to them as well. But don't y'all worry, we got a great show for y'all. We got a certain. I have to scratch my head on this. I know I ain't got no hair, so yeah. But don't worry about that. Who replaced Michael Jackson as the new king of pop? We're gonna talk about that real quick. Entertainment news, breaking news, trailer talk, all that more. Just Acting Up Show. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's not waste no time. Let's get into the show. But before we start the show, like we always say, act like you've been somewhere. Don't forget to like.
Don't forget to follow,
comment,
and subscribe.
Boy, that flow like water.
Huh.
Like water. Oh man, we silly, man. Let's go ahead and get into the show. So real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on this because this has been an ongoing thing. People are a trip. First and foremost, before we got off the show last weekend, Donald Trump is I guess you could say, assassination attempt. And no matter what side, Democrat, Republican, liberal, whatever, y'all can't be shooting at this man like that. No, don't shoot at nobody. Okay, just stop that nonsense. But however, yeah, man, that was crazy. That was insane. No matter what your views are, we like I said, we all just in all honesty, we all want to get the USA back to where it needs to be. We just have certain views, certain ways of how we want to get to building this crazy world in a certain way. Some views don't set with some other views. Some things don't set with other things. But we got to learn how to come together to work together some form of way, no matter our backgrounds or differences, or we all gonna perish.
It's crazy. We're in such a society like it's just nobody cares about. We don't have no heart. You know what I mean? Despite what you're saying, somebody could have lost, or somebody did lose their life.
Yeah.
And though people jump to is like, hey, it's a conspiracy. Was it real? They questioning everything. Give it up. And they're saying that even me, I ain't gonna lie, my first thought was, well, if a bullet, grazed his ear, where did it land? It had to hit something. And I was like, I ain't somebody in the background. But apparently like 3 other people were shot. One had got killed. Including the shooter was killed as well. But it's just like, I don't know. you can only take it so much. People like they're like, well, I don't know. He probably set up the shooting to get killed. I'm like,
man.
what's the truth these days?
No, we don't, man. Whatever it was, what happened, that's some scary things. And if he did, whoever did what, either way it goes, people, like you said, people live, like a life was lost or lives, people got hurt that caused frantic and craziness. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near those rallies or those whatever after that happened. If that's just me personally. And I thought about that too. Like when you get shot, like I don't think nobody would react like that if you get shot on the air or just anywhere part of your body. Unless unless your adrenaline is that high, you just like, oh, okay. But
when they were pulling him away, he fist pumping air. They were like, wait a minute.
Boy, where's the boondocks when you need them?
I think there's one comedian saying, I don't know, Trump is black. I mean, look at it. He's a scammer. he got shot. 50 Cent is like, man, look, how I go viral. This is why I'm going viral now.
Boy,
not trying. Like he got a lot of gangster.
Mm-hmm. That was hilarious, boy. But in other news, man, to walk around, which they said that it was his first appearance. Then others were saying that his first appearance was at the golf tournament or whatever, and he didn't have that bandage on his ear. So, but then he walked in with the bandage on his ear and everything, and everybody, oh, my president is awesome, my president is bad. And man, look, man, if you doing that bad to where somebody got to shoot you, and it ain't even us, our color. Huh. So, and take the bandages off, y'all. Y'all crazy. I don't want y'all putting your bandage over your ears and trying to support. I don't know. Just stop the nonsense, man. Look, just help this country get back to where it needs to get to. That's all I'm saying. In other news, man, let's go ahead and unpack this. So, I don't know if everybody saw. I can't think of what video it was or what show it was, but T-Pain, and we're gonna trickle into the next conversation. T-Pain was on somebody's show. I can't remember what show it was. You ever had opportunities missed where you was like, if this one person would have did right, T-Pain shared that he would have had one of the greatest songs ever with Michael Jackson himself and another artist. It was Usher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the other guy messed up the opportunity because he leaked it.
Yeah.
And that made Michael Jackson camp say, we good, bro.
Man, imagine the wind getting taken out of your cell. Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'd have been like, we on site with him. Like, bro, hey, you gonna have to see me.
Oh, every time. I'm talking about every time I see you, don't talk to me, don't say nothing. And we heard a small snippet of it, and the song sounds like you just like, and this time about like this was T-Pain has great music, regardless. You can turn on T-Pain right now, and I'm still jamming.
He's a great writer. A lot of people don't know he wrote a lot of records. Produced a lot of records.
Yeah, he does. And I think that was the time when T-Pain was like, right when T-Pain was hot. Yeah. Man, look, man. And I'm talking about you couldn't turn on the radio and T-Pain wasn't on there. Boy, that track would have dropped. That song would have, woo, boy.
Michael fans already are. It was gonna be a hit regardless.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. With Usher, man, come on now. Michael Jackson and T-Pain, bro, that'd have been a wrap. But as I digress into what was trickling down to this other segment right here, is that Harry Styles, who and we've been getting some comments on this on TikTok and YouTube. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And y'all let it be felt and let it be known. And they said Harry Styles is the new king of pop, replacing Michael Jackson. And I was like, whoa.
Wait a minute now. This reminds me of that whole King of the South conversation with the rappers back in the day. He was just out there just like, I'm king of the South. I'm the king of the South. I'm like, really?
Really? Yeah, man. Nah, man, that right there, man. Now, like I said, no shade towards Harry Styles, but no, no, sir, no, you're not. It's not. No, Michael Jackson, my his plethora of music. He even got stuff underground that we don't even know about. Just like we just mentioned the T Pain stuff. Like, man, what? Man, Michael Jackson is the GOAT, one of the GOATs.
Yeah,
Do
I
not
think
compare.
Michael Jackson's music crossed over to almost every culture, pretty much every culture, Indian,
Yeah,
black, Mexican, whatever. Every culture, like I don't get that from Harry Styles. I can't even tell you a Harry Styles song. So
I know a few of them. I jammed a few of them, but it's like he not like you said. He not on that. No, he not on that Michael Jackson level.
Michael Jackson, so his music translated well with no matter who you were. It was just people loved his music all across the
Hmm.
board. Harry Styles, like I said, you have this, it's not as it's not as universal
Right,
as Michael's was, So
right.
man, pop, they
Yeah.
don't have as much weight to it. He's already set the bar.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, man. You pull on the Harry Styles track right now, you'll see a certain group. You pull Michael Jackson, everybody. when you Michael Jackson, when you can come up from from the floor and have on shades and just look to the right and look to the left and say nothing, and the crowd just and he said nothing. Yeah.
Come on, come on, about Harry Styles.
Had the women and children passing out. Oh, Michael. I want that type of power right there. How you get that?
I
That's
don't know. That
MJ.
might be too much because Cobra was with great power. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been watching too much Spider Man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the critics corner, talk about some breaking news and some trailers and some films and movies that's coming out. Don't go nowhere. Just acting up, show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Just Acting Up show. And before we get into the critics corner, go ahead and slide it over to the Josh VIP room, man. I dropped a few content, a couple of quick videos, a couple of motivational messages to some people. I felt like I'm in a good space. You know, in a good space, you just want to give out motivational, you know, news to everybody. That's the spot I've been in. I've been in my healing phase. Men want soft errors too, soft softness and motivation, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Just go on the Drop VIP room and check out the content that I uploaded, man. It's very inspirational and motivational, man. So yeah, Chris know what I'm talking about. I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You
you want to do that.
yeah. You want that? No. Yeah, let's talk
Just
about
take
it.
the journey. Go on a journey with James
Yeah,
behind the scenes,
there you go. There you go.
emotional, spiritual, and
Yeah.
as he go through the act. What video I went back and watched while we talking
What?
about it
What?
of Joffrey's VIP. Remember we went to Dallas to do a film of that Warner Brothers film, and then we came back and I introduced you to Woody's.
Man.
I was cracking up. Like, ooh, look at this. Like, it smells like heaven in here. Like, y'all, I had to go back and watch that one. I was showing somebody. Yeah.
Man, I know bit boy. What was it, bro? Man, man, God bless you, brother. That right there, boy, everything was hitting. Woodies was nice, man. Telling you, man, it was good. That no, yeah, well, definitely. Whenever I go back to Dallas, I know where I'm gonna stop at.
Yep.
Try
Halfway through. That's how you know you halfway home. Hey, I'm putting in the order if you up there. Hey,
definitely.
get this, and this. And two of those. Three of
Man,
those. Five. Okay.
telling you, man. Yes, indeed, man. So yeah, Woodies, man. This show came out not too long ago. Unprisoned, Unprisoned. With Kerry Washington and my brother Delroy Lindo. I don't know why. If I have a son, no, I ain't gonna name him Delroy. But yeah, man, Delroy Lindo. Great show. The second season is out now. Really funny show. Really heart to heart moments on it. great show overall. And the sixth season out, and I gotta finish up season. I'm going back over to watch season one to lead back into season two, um, because I just wanted to enjoy it for what it is. I'm a fan. So yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I like Kerry Washington and
Mhm.
Delroy Lindo, so I'll check it out at some point. At some point,
Yeah.
I'll put it in rotation.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. I like it. So yeah, y'all go ahead and make sure y'all tune into that right there. And Cobra Kai. Whoo, boy, boy, you already wow,
Part
wow.
one, part one of the final season. I
That's
did
right.
watch the first half already because I'm a karate kid myself, and so
Wait,
it was pretty good. Without giving too much away, let's just say the lines are definitely drawn in the sand, find where it's clear on who's on what side at this point. Let's
wait,
say
wait,
that.
wait a minute. You already finished? Man, you didn't in record
Well,
time.
the first part is 5 episodes.
Okay, okay. That's and it's
Part
like
two,
is it like 30-minute episodes or is it
yeah, roughly like around 30 to 40 minutes, somewhere in
okay,
there. But
okay.
most of the 30. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you can finish it within a day or a good sitting. So okay, yeah, bet. That's
yeah,
cool. That's cool. Yeah, I want. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm definitely will be getting started on Cobra Kai route, very soon. Great TV series. I enjoyed it.
yeah.
Bad people, these some bad little kids. Y'all just go to school. Then I don't know who worse, the Power Rangers or the kids from Cobra Kai. They just go, you just
For me, it was just a miscommunication. All that fighting could have been stopped with just like, oh, hey, that was just a little confusion on that part.
yeah.
I thought you were saying this, but no, I thought you. I like y'all. Anybody that's ever talk it out anymore?
No, we want to fight. That's what we want to do.
What the?
That hurts, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Cobra Kai, great series. Looking forward to it. And then the other part. Um, finally, this week, finally, Wolverine and Deadpool are in theaters. The wait is over. Be careful of the spoilers, because man, they out there. People just why? I understand you want content and you want people to keep coming back to your channel or your post or whatever, but just why, man? Why you want to ruin it for people like us? No.
You know, everybody got to be the first.
Yeah, man. Why I be first and all that, man? But I'm still gonna go see it, regardless.
In 40X.
But yes. I'm looking for a smashing good time. I'm about to go ahead and get my ticket, get that ready, so I can go ahead and enjoy it because I want to be up there. I'm gonna try my best to stay. But what we do, it's kind of hard for us to stay off social media because we got to always upload and then I'm gonna just upload, boom, 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 and get off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm tired of y'all ruining stuff for me. Tired of this mess every doggone time. But yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool is out this week, and something that another more comments we're getting on our thread, the Black Panther recast. Since we talking about Marvel, man, it started up again because this rumor has it saying that not just Scarlett Johansson, this rumor, Scarlett Johansson will be returning to the Secret Wars for as Black Widow, but also Black Panther will be recast after Secret Wars. So
It makes sense because I know they said at some point they was gonna do either something through the what saga are we in? Not the Infinity Saga, but we're in
the
the
phase,
time the phase, yeah.
yeah,
The whatever phase they were gonna grow up to shallow through on doing one of these phases or whatever.
mm-hmm,
Uh, because he's a kid last time we saw him, but like they're gonna use that kid as the Black Panther.
yeah,
You know how they had the original one with has a son, and so they're gonna use the son's character as the main Black Panther. They're just gonna grow him up through the one of the phases or whatever, one of the movies.
mm-hmm,
Like, kind of weird time jump or time spurt where he's an adult.
yeah. It's definitely going to be a time jump, I believe. I wonder who it's going to be, man. It'd be crazy. It'd be who you think?
You know what? I wouldn't mind. I would. Damson Idris, I think, could be a good Black Panther.
James Idris. Okay, Okay.
I see Damson interest playing a good Black Panther.
I can see that. I wonder if part of me wonders if they're gonna go younger and get old buddy from the Shy.
The Shy.
From the what's his name who just left from the Shy?
Oh, Kevin, the guy that
Kevin,
played.
yeah, I forgot his real name, but you know he was in the first Black Panther.
He was
At the very
Alex Hilbert.
yeah at the very end he was in he was in the first Black Panther at the very end, and he asked Shuri and them like what's that right there, and they was like they're talking about the building and the ship and everything. So I wonder. I mean, he's at that age.
He may by the time the film comes out, he'll be age appropriate. He'll be a young because they already said that. I think because they were gonna do Young Avengers at first, but they axed that. I think
that is true.
So they're gonna, probably get rid of that. And, move forward with just going them up. So.
Yeah. So I'm curious on what they're gonna do. I'm curious. So we have to wait and see. But all I know is that we was like, but it looked like they starting to right the ship again and get everything situated.
Yeah.
So
the Russo brothers are back in town.
Yes, that's another. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They said they'd sign on to do 2 films, I believe.
Yeah, they're in talks to do the next 2 Avenger films.
Yeah. So we definitely keep an eye. All is right with the ship. Thank y'all. Sometimes you gotta see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, why people can't just come together and talk it out and try to figure this thing out, man? See, that shows your maturity level right there. Some people just can't do it though. Leaving money on the table, boy. I tell you, boy. If one thing don't make me matter, one thing I can't stand is leaving good money on the table when you can work things out. Boy, I tell you. Anyways, that's another argument for another day. But a trailer just dropped, the Bel-Air trailer for season 4. Wow.
And special guest, the original Jeffrey.
Yeah. Why I love that. But every time I think of Jeffrey, I think of that episode when they was on Soul Train and Jeffrey had that afro on with the shades.
What was that?
I always think about that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I was a kid, I said I wanted to be a butler because Jeffrey get to get paid and talk bad about people. And then when I got old, I'm like, oh, that's what a butler do. He clean up. I'm like, okay. Man, shout out to Jeffrey, man. We need butlers, man. So yeah, man. We need good people out there. But yeah, no, this is gonna be good. The trailer is really good. They're talking about what goes on in the summertime during Bel-Air. So Will and Carlton will get in trouble. These doggone kids. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm looking forward to it. And last but not least, the Emmy nominations are out. They are out, ladies and gentlemen. Some of your favorite shows, did they get Emmy nominated? Did they not? Man, we thought The Bear was cleaning up. And Shogun. The Bear and Shogun are leading in Emmy nominations. And I did tell myself I want to go back and watch Shogun because it just looks phenomenal. Man, they people been saying it's really good, and I love that too. So shout out to the Asian community, Shout out to them. But yeah, it looks good. I wanted to check it out. I've been wanting to check it out. But yeah, the Emmy nominations, The Bear and Shogun are leading the way, and of course, Abbott Elementary is got some Emmy noms as well. So yeah, man, and the Emmys will come out next year because we already had the Emmys for early in January of this year. Dang, time flying by.
And trust we'll go live. We'll be live.
Yeah. We definitely go live because we went live for the BET Awards and that was a great showing. So we definitely will go live again for the Emmys. So y'all stay locked in, stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest coming through. Gonna drop some gems. Gonna talk about his stories in the acting world. Charles Edwards, aka Cheddar, my brother from another mother's coming through. So y'all don't want to go nowhere. This is gonna be a great one. Stay locked in to the Just Acting Up Show. got a special guest up in the building, man. We got the long time coming. Had to get this brother on here, man. This is like when your family, when your cousin come over to your house during holidays. What up, boy? Man, what hop on some Madden? What hop on some 2K? What's good? What's good, man? Ladies and gentlemen, we got Charles Edwards up in the come on, round of applause, aka Chiller.
Thank you again for having me. It's a pleasure, it's an honor. I've been following you guys for a while. I mean, what y'all doing with the podcast is amazing. Great getting at the interviews that y'all doing and asking the right questions, man. I'm just honored to be here. But we're gonna kick it like play cousins, like brothers, like cousins. We're gonna have sleep over at Granny house.
Right.
Come through that.
We're at Granny house.
Granny house, man, up the wrestling, playing games and stuff, man. Y'all stop. Y'all sit down now. You sit down.
Turn them loose now, God damn it.
One more time.
That was my granny's favorite line. Turn them loose.
Turn
them loose.
Turn them loose, man. y'all hungry? Y'all want something to eat? Man, Shadow, what's up, bro? So real quick, bro, tell us where you originally from, and tell us where did the nickname Cheddar originate from, bro?
Okay, honest story. I'm from Houston, Texas, Acres Home, born and raised. I got the name Cheddar in 8th grade. It's kind of incriminating. 8th grade dance. I found a camera, right? And it was like, and this was back in the early '90s. I found a camera, and it was like a $400-500 camera back then, and I traded it for some cash. And nickname Cheddar.
Nice.
8th grade. That's how it is. And then my name is Charles, so it only fits. So the Cheddar Ray, the first and the middle name. So since 8th grade, mostly all my cousins and my family, they don't call me Jay for junior. They call me Cheddar Ray. So it's just crazy. It's just a name that stuck with me since the 8th grade.
Bad boy's a young hustler. Boy, Cheddar.
Now, I know along the journey, I had a long radio career, and along the journey, my last stint at the last station I was at, that's actually where I first met you.
What, KTSU?
No, at Salem.
Oh, yeah. You did work in Salem, huh?
Yeah. You actually trained me my first day.
I did, huh?
Yeah. So just tell us about your radio career, how you got into that.
Okay. Well, I originally went back to college, TSU back in 2012. And, my whole thing was to get on the radio. A couple guys and females was like, hey, you got a radio voice. You speak well enough to be on the radio. Why don't you try to do that? And I was like, cool. And at that time, my thought was the only way to get on the radio would be back to college. So I always wanted to finish college anyway. So I enrolled at TSU, went through the program, and luckily it was the communications program. But you have the minor. My minor was radio, television, and film, which that degree lumped everything in one. So I was able to get on KTSU 90.9 on air. I did the R&B show most nights on Wednesday, Thursday. I did the hip hop show on Friday nights, and then I did an after hours R&B from 2 a.m. till 6 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning. So that's where the radio thing come in. And then, like I said, I had just got a gig at Salem, and people just started hearing about me. I had worked at 93.7 for like a month or two with Ron C on their show. So it was just all about radio. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't care about film. I didn't care about anything else. It was just, all right, I want to do the radio. But once we got into the program, you realize that the film go hand in hand, so, fell in love with film. So.
Yeah. It's funny how that works, don't it?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Yeah. You think one thing, I'm gonna stay in this lane, but then it just opens up the door to so much more.
Well, it's crazy because one of the ladies, I don't know, you remember Valerie from Salem?
Yeah.
All right, so she hooked me up with somebody. The first commercial I ever did, she hooked me up with somebody, Tom the Wolf or something like that. And it was I did a Taco Cabana commercial. That was my first commercial ever. But I worked on the backside of it, behind the camera, production assistant. And she got me that gig. And I was like, oh, okay, I like doing commercials. And then I worked on a Adidas commercial with James Harden, Tracy McGrady, and DeAndre Hopkins. It's called Calling All Creators, and it was a big Adidas commercial, and we did that for like 2 days. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm about to do this film stuff, and then that just like went kaput for a couple years. So man, and then it's just like, okay, what do I do next? So that's where I was at after the radio stuff ended, the radio days ended.
Gotcha. So you would say that's the reason, that's what got you to follow up and to get into acting right there.
No, what actually followed me up, fast forward 3 years, I'm working at a car dealership. After all the radio days and all that's over, I'm thinking I'm done with that. I'm thinking I'm done with everything. I'm just gonna sell cars. It's good money. And what happened? I did a commercial that's still on my Instagram, and it only got like 400 views. But everybody was like, "Oh, it's funny. Yeah, you did good with it." And somebody sent me a link for Central Casting and said, "Hey, you need to go do background." I forgot who sent me the link, and it was like, "You need to go do background." So I applied for the background role, and I got it. And that's what actually got me into film, being a background extra on Emancipation.
Wow. On
Yeah.
the massive boy, I'm talking shoot your shot and align yourself amongst the stars.
Yeah. So when I got the background part on Emancipation, it was only supposed to be for 2 weeks. I got fired from my job at the dealership because they wanted me to stay and sell cars. And I'm like, hey, I'm only doing background stuff. It's not that, it's not that serious. It's just background.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna be gone 2 weeks. And they were like, well, you're gonna sell cars and go be in a movie. And I'm like, I can sell cars anyway. I'd never get a chance to work with Will Smith again. So hey, no brainer.
Yeah.
I definitely would have took that right there. Yeah. Will Smith.
Yeah, so my
So
first movie ever that I ever did was Emancipation, and I started out as a background extra.
Nice. Now we know you've done a lot of work, in front of the camera, but I know you also do a lot of work behind the scenes. Could you kind of talk to the audience about just the importance of those, what goes on behind the scenes in those roles, just working behind the camera?
I mean, that's just like being in front of the camera. If you ask me, the world gets to see who's in front of the camera, of course. But if it wasn't for the people behind the camera, the people in front of the camera wouldn't get no shine at all. Because I mean, from your lowest PA, because that's what I do, and that's going on the director, assistant director, director route when you're a production assistant. They take the butt of everything on set. Something goes wrong, it falls on the PA shoulders. And the thing about that is, although it's the lowest level job, it's also sometimes the most respected job at being a PA, because you got to deal with so much and you got to go through so much. And this person, camera department's yelling at you, grips yelling at you, the assistant director's yelling at you, this person yelling at you. You got to go through so much. And when you go through it, it just makes you a better person, man. I don't know how to explain it. It just makes you tougher, better. You know what I'm saying? That you can feel like you can do anything. So that's one aspect of it. I worked as a PA numerous shows, and that's how I'm able to actually stay in the loop. If I don't get a stunt gig, or if I don't get an acting role, I still have people calling me, hey, you still on your AD route? Do you still want to direct? Hey, come PA for a couple of days, get your days, or on this show, and go like that. So I'm like, that's how I stay in the loop. Another thing is, I've done grip and electrical work. It's pretty hard, but it goes. You got to have the right lighting, you got to have the right floppies, and you got to have the right shade on the camera and all this. So the hardest thing behind the camera, I think, next to directing, is line producing, being in charge of the budget. The UPM. I mean, that's one of the production manager. You got to handle all that money. And with Emancipation, that was a $200 million movie or something like that. So just imagine if you the UPM and you spending $2 million a day on a movie. How would you feel? I mean,
all right, that's a lot of money.
It's
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, like I say though, but behind the camera, I mean, if you do your job right behind the camera, it makes you a rock star not to the public, but to other crew members that see you. And although you work with this person on Emancipation, you might not see or on this movie, you might not see them for a few other movies, but they might be throwing your name out there. Oh, Big Chris works good under this, so you need to get them on this, and Jockey works good on this, you need to get this. And that's how I'm able to really just stay in by, just being good work behind the camera.
Yeah, man. See, that's what the people don't realize. That. Thank you for sharing that too. What goes on behind the scenes? People don't understand what all goes on that makes all of it work like a cohesive unit. It's a lot of stuff that goes on,
and I tell you this, I don't mean to cut you off. I tell you this: if you want to backdoor pause, get into the movie industry, that's the best way to go. If you're an aspiring actress, if you want to direct, produce, or if you want to try to be in front of the camera, your best bet, you want to do stunts or whatever, I would say, because this is what works for me. If you have a background, PA. I mean, I would try to get on set any way possible, just so you could network. And most people call it hustling when you get on set, but you network. You get to talk to people. People see your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And that's you're an actor too? Oh, you're a director? Oh, you produce? You write? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see numerous people get on like that by just being a PA and talking to the right person at the right time, and boom, there you go.
Yeah, man. I hear some. Oh,
I was saying networking is important, and when you're on set, and just making that impression with people.
Yeah, don't be overzealous and over. Hey, yeah, I do this, I do that. You gotta know when the right time to
pick
talk
your moments,
because sometimes you talk to the wrong person. Yeah, I do this and this and this. I don't give a. Get off my set. Who do he think he is talking to me like this? I don't care what you do. We're making a movie, so I mean, it's all about the timing. You got to make sure the timing right and everything works out once you're hustling like that.
Yeah, man. I seen some moments, man. I'll be laughing on the side, like, dang, you showed it to the old boy off, bro. See, boy, stop. I don't give a. Get off.
Yeah. All kind of stuff. I've seen people playing their music. Hey, you gonna listen to my song?
What? Oh no! When I worked at the radio station, I used to get that a lot. Even though it was just KTSU college station, and we had that one night where we played rap. Man, I used to be out to like these meet and greets and these mixes and stuff. Hey, yeah, you trying to? Hey, man, play my song, and you hear the song, and it's so much cursing in it. You got to bleep everything out. It's just like, man, it don't make sense.
At least got me the edited version.
At least, man. So, real quick, take us back to on the set of Emancipation.
Okay.
Now, like you said, use the background extra and everything, but you still can learn so much from being a background because that's how we learn. Like you said, you gotta get in there some kind of way.
Right.
So tell us, your experience on it, and meeting Andrea and meeting everybody else. I know that was a crazy cool experience for you.
Man, it was love. So funny story is, I thought me and my friends thought it was a joke the whole time when I got the email. So
yeah.
I had two of my boys drive me to New Orleans to go take the COVID test. It's height of COVID. And when we go in, we go into the wrong building at first. And the people was like, yeah, this is not the right spot. I don't know what you're talking about. We've never heard of this movie or none of that. So my boys started joking on me. And it was like, oh, it's gonna be a long ride back to Houston. So right next door was the actual place that we went in. So once I found out everything was cool, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Okay, let's go. So I get there, and we rehearsed a week earlier, and we rehearsed the enslavement part, the beginning of Emancipation. So we're there a week early before we're shooting, and they're putting everybody in place. And one of the ADs saw me, and he was like, I'm gonna put you up here on the railroad. You're gonna be our railroad captain. This is what you do. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm just extra. I'm just here. I'm really in my mind, like scoping out how can I get on set and how can I stay and who I need to talk to and and just watching, peeping, you know what I'm saying, speaking when I need to speak, being at the right spot when I need to be at the right spot. And I went from background extra to a production assistant. They offered me a job, and from production assistant to stunts, all in my first movie.
Wow.
Come on now.
Appreciate you.
Come on now.
But it was. I know it was the height of COVID. We were only supposed to be there for 2 weeks. We ended up shooting the enslavement scene for like a month because of the whole COVID and people were catching COVID. And then there was 1 week where it was like we had a number of extras, like 400 extras, and I want to say like 100 extras called COVID or something like that, where
Wow.
we had to, you couldn't get out. You had to take your swab in the car,
Mhm.
and once your test came back, then you can get out and go in. So it was a lot of challenges then, and then driving. Most people didn't know that I was driving back and forth from Houston to New Orleans every week. So I would leave Houston, say Monday morning at 1, get on set by 6, stay the whole week, rent my own hotel room, stay the whole week, and then on Friday night after the shoot, I'll jet back out to Houston, come back, stay the weekend, which I'll be home Saturday morning, sleep Saturday, do what I need to do Sunday, and then Monday morning back on set to New Orleans. So it was a grind. It was trust me, it was a grind, but
Come
it
on.
paid off.
No, definitely. Emancipation was definitely a great film. Y'all did great work on that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, it was funny because after being a background extra, you hear all these guys like, yeah, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna meet Will, and you got these guys asking them these like, I ain't gonna say the questions they was asking them because some of them just don't make no sense, right? So I asked him, I said, hey, can I ask you a question? He was like, yeah. I said, okay, so what is your favorite episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Right? And he was like, oh, that's an outside the box question. While everybody else is asking for a job, asking for lines, asking for do this for him and do that. I asked him that. And he was like, and when he told me, I was like, all right, cool, cool. And he was like, all right, what's your name again? And I was like, Charles. And he was like, all right, Charles. And I was like, all right, cool. The next day we get on set. Will was like, hey, what's up, Charles? And I'm like,
What?
yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? So it was like, all right, cool. So now I'm getting people to know my name, even though I'm just an extra. And then we're on set. Antoine Fuqua bumps into me on accident. All right. Now we had been there for like 2-3 weeks already. Well, 2.5 weeks. And he bumps into me on accident. And I had got cool with a lot of the extras and stuff. So we used to play a lot on set. I turn around and post up like, what's up? And when I see who it is, it's the director, my face goes like,
Uh-oh.
oh. And he sees the reaction in my face. So he's like, what's up? I was like, huh? And he was like, so he threw a little jab and whatnot. And he was like, hey, you fam, you need anything, just let me know. I said, all right, cool. 2 days later, he was like, hey, you want a job as a production assistant? AD wants to know if you want a job as a PA. We heard you have a degree in film. I was like, hell yeah, sure, cool. I got the job as a PA, and I did stuff that nobody else wanted to do. It was the middle of summer. Nobody else wanted to pass out water and Gatorade to the whole crew. It's hot.
Come on, man.
This is Louisiana heat. So I did that, and it just hard work pay off. That's just like being in the right spot, right time pays off.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
That's
man.
good. Now, I can't let you leave without talking about. You recently was on a show, Paris, and you got to face off against Giancarlo Esposito.
You
Like,
gotta say his name right, because if you don't, he get upset.
One color Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, did he tell you that? Like, if you don't say his name right, he gonna get upset with you?
Oh no, not really. But what I did on set, I didn't know it's a cardinal rule that you can't call characters while they're on one show by characters in the other name. So when I met him, I didn't know if I can go meet him or not, because he's in his green room, and they was like, "Hey, dummy, you're an actor now. You can go meet him." So I walked to go meet him, and when I walk in, I say, "Big brother Almighty." So he just looks at me, and I don't know if he was acting or not. He just looks at me and was like, straight face, just no, that's not it. And I was like, oh. So he gave me the unwritten rule that don't do that, because people break character, and now you got you thinking about back in the 80s, 90s, and whatnot. But then after that, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing a line with you today, and he said, do you want to practice?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's only one line. Okay. So, you know, he gave me a few tips and it was nice.
Dude, that's epic, bro. Like that is an epic. Like that is epic for him to give you that Gus stare. Cause we already know he was on Breaking Bad. And he played
Gus
Gus.
Fring.
Yeah,
But you
and
know,
they said his death stare is like is epic. Like he just
oh,
stared you.
trust me, on the show, I didn't even know. Like when we did the scene, so you know, you got different angles that you
Yeah,
got to shoot, right? So that one scene that I was in, which was I thought was supposed to be my only scene. It was supposed to be
yeah,
that's the only thing I auditioned for. It was the only part that I thought I was supposed to have in that, or that I was known to have in that, was that episode. And it was just like, okay, you talk to he's gonna talk to you. Or yeah, he's gonna talk to you. And this is the line. And I'm like, okay. And after that, I got a call and was like, hey, we're gonna add you into the last 4 episodes, the remaining 3 episodes. And I was like, but his death stare, bro,
yeah,
his death stare, you look at him and then he actually helps actors out. Like, I'm not even supposed to say this, but he kind of helped me out to, because you have the 1 beat, 2 beat, then you got to make sure you say line.
Mm-hmm.
He stared at me and then he did his eyebrow up like this and it just.
I remember watching the scene. I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like,
yeah,
man.
but no, it was an amazing show, bro. They hired somebody from Zimbabwe because the characters are from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
They hired someone from Zimbabwe to teach us the language 2 hours a day for a month, which was cool. We got to do our lines in the native tongue, Shonai, and in the accent, which was cool. Man, everything about that show, my first audition, my first role I ever booked, wasn't even trying to act. So it was just like, I'm just trying to find my way to get in as a producer or a director or, get my films, produced. So, and I got an opportunity now, if I keep going and stick to it, that it might happen.
Man, stick to it, man. You on your way, bro. And another, it was another story that you shared with me with Tommy Lee Jones. We saw the video with you and Jamie Foxx chopping up and everything, having a good old time. But it was another story you had me cracking up laughing when you met Tommy Lee Jones on Burial.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to remember. It was something about how it was an anthill or something.
Oh yeah. So test day, camera day, first day on set. I'm first team PA, right? So I got to deal with all the stars. I got to get whatever they need, right?
Yeah.
I got to get their water, their whatever they ask for, right? So camera test day, I got to escort Tommy Lee Jones inside of the stage. So he stops by the door. He's like, "Hey, what's your name again?" I was like, "Charles." He's like, "Oh, Charles, what's this on the ground right here by the door?" I said, "Looks like an anthill because it's an anthill, right?" He said, "Oh," and right as I opened the door, this man starts kicking the anthill open, firing it. He kicks the whole anthill open and says, they need to come do something about this because somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. And in my mind, I'm thinking the ants wasn't bothering nobody till you kicked it open. But as I opened the door, he has a loud commanding voice, and as I opened the door, the sound stages is completely dark for the camera test. If you ever been on set for camera tests, they keep everything dark except for this one spot so they can test the light on the cameras and see which lights they need best for them. Yeah. And everything was dark except for this one spot. And as I open the door and he says what he says, everybody immediately turns around. All you see is nothing but phone lights and flashlights, like in that direction, running towards me. And they're in my ear, "Charles, what's going on? Is he okay? What's So I mean, but it's a bunch of funny stuff. I'd tell you another story about the whole burial, but it'll have to be after we start recording because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, man, it's so many stories, bro, and there's so many. First and foremost, I gotta give you your flowers because, like, you getting fired from the job and going forward from background to taking the experience that you have and applying it and being that that one person that ask a certain type of question and being noticeable and being serviceable and putting in the hard work because we already know it is hard work. It ain't easy.
Nah,
These are stories that from different times of your life until you starting acting because everybody look at oh he did this that and that and that. It's a story behind everything and a challenge, man. And we just applaud you, bro, and thank you. So
nah, I
yeah,
appreciate you, man. I mean, everybody's trying to do their thing. Remember when I met you on Ick? I see you on Ick, and I'm like, oh, what? I follow you on Instagram. What's going
yeah,
on? And I still talk to them guys. And in that movie, remember when I was back there doing what I was doing? When I
yeah,
hopped in the scene,
yeah,
so I get a call and was like, "Hey, once you see the movie, because they already did the cut and they seen it, and they was like, hey, once you see the movie, that one part you did, man, it's funny, because initially when I hopped up, I said what I said, and they was like, no, you can't say that, and you don't even have a line."
boy,
But it was so funny when they were like, you know what? And then I think I said something else. And then when I got the call, they was like, hey man, when you see Ick, you're gonna love it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was just working electric on that. And people knew I was an actor. And they was like, they needed people, and they was like, hop in. I was like, cool, I'll do it. And that's another just something else that just randomly happened,
stories like that make the movie, man.
Yeah, it just randomly happens, and it's just. But now, yeah, I have a bunch of stories. I mean, even like different shows I worked on, because as of right now, so I just wrapped. I just finished a Ryan Coogler film. Him and Michael B. Jordan is shooting a movie called. I can say the name of the movie, but I can't tell you what. So the name of the movie is Grilled Cheese, and they just wrapped last week. It should come out early or mid 2025, but it's gonna be an awesome movie. And we just finished wrapping that, so I didn't have a role. I did stunts on that, but it was pretty dope. We got to hang out with them guys for like a month and a half of shooting. So now I just finished that, so really excited about that, and just trying to keep pushing forward from here on out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, before we let you go, give us like one gem or one piece of advice that you can share with somebody that's just trying to get in the industry, actively in the industry, or someone that's just chasing that dream as well.
Two, right? Mm-hmm. The one that I learned for myself: find a back way in. If you can't normally get in, if you're an actor and a writer and you can't get in for a writer, they always need people to drive people set. And you just don't know. You get in a van with the right people, directors, you just think about it. You drive in a van and you get in the van with the director. You never know what the conversation you and the director might have, or catering. It's a story about a guy his name is Gator from Yellowstone. He was a cook, and he was on a Cook on Yellowstone. And he cooked Kevin Costner a sandwich or something he cooked. And turns out they made him a cook in the show. So I mean, it's you got to find that other way in than just being an actor. If you've been doing it so long and it's not working, hey, you know what? Find another way in, because you never know. Somebody see you on set and hustling, that could be your big break. Now, as for actors, I found out, and what a few people told me, main actors, after being. So I tell everybody I get my acting classes from being on set, watching. Like Will Smith. I got to watch Will Smith for 6 months, Jamie Foxx for 3 months, Lakeith Stanfield for 2 months, Tommy Lee Jones. I got to watch all these people in the short span of 3 years.
Yeah.
And a common denominator in each of them is saying, if you want to really get good, turn the TV off. Turn the sound off. Put a show on. Turn the sound off. Put the captions on, and try to figure out what they're doing by their actions and by the captions, and then that'll make you a better actor, because you're only focusing on the facial expressions and the movement and all that. So that's two gems that I can share that I think actually works.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Gems on top of gems, stories on top of stories, man. Man, it's one of those things where we wish we can chop it up so they just keep the camera rolling. But we definitely will get you back on again another time, bro. 'Cause like we said, this is like family. Once you come on, you definitely come on. Thrice.
And I have my beard back, man. They made me shave for that movie, bro. And so, you know, it's set in the old days. So
yeah, I saw that too.
I had to shave my beard, bro. So, you know.
Yeah, I saw that movie too, real shot, but I couldn't.
Yeah, hey, when that movie come out, it's gonna be dope, though, man. Y'all gonna love it. I think y'all gonna enjoy it. And Warner Brothers spent a lot of money on it, so I know.
Oh, you better love it. Yeah, man. So, ladies,
man, again, appreciate y'all for having me on. I mean, anytime, anything I need, bro, just DM me if y'all need to probably get a job on set. I mean, I got the plugs in New Orleans. Just let me know. I got you. I mean, anything that I can do to help out, just let me know.
Likewise, same.
Go ahead and let our people know where they can follow you at.
Well, right now I really am mainly on Instagram, Cheddar Ray Fofo. That's my nickname in my neighborhood, so most people can find me there. IMDb is Charles R. Edwards. You can catch me in Emancipation. Briefly, you got to pause and be like, "Oh, there you go, right there." But I like to tell people AMC BET with Sacrifice season 2. I shot that with Paula Patton, Richard Roundtree, RIP. Clifton Powers, a bunch of people in that, but we're waiting to see when season 2 of that will come out. I'm actually in 3 episodes of that. But Sacrifice Parish is the big thing. I'm in 4 episodes, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see me in that. No Snapchat. Facebook is the same. I mean, but as far as if you want to see me on the screen, that's how you do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cheddar, man, thank you again, brother, for joining us, man.
Shout out Acres Home, Houston, Texas. Love y'all. Love my daughter, my fam. I mean, it's just 1 minute. I don't know when they're going to turn the music on. I don't know when they're going to say nothing else, but don't kick me off.
How you good, bro? You good? Welcome to the segment known as Acting a Fool. And boy, people definitely have been acting a fool, man. I'll tell you that. Chris, brother, go ahead, take it away.
Man, hold on. God dang it. Oh, I sent my story. Okay. Start that over one more time. I lost my story for a second.
All good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the segment that we call Acting a Fool. And boy, y'all been acting up out there. I'm telling you, it's a sad sight to see. Chris, go ahead, take it away, brother.
All right, we headed over to San Antonio, Texas, right? So, San Antonio, there was a hit and run that happened not too far away from this area of town. And, you know, the search began after the police. They began to look for a suspect, which were a man and woman, right? And so the man and woman that were in the accident, they ran. They ran from the scene, and they ran into a restaurant. And so first they tried to sit down at the restaurant, have some tacos. And then apparently, you know, they start seeing officers come that way. And so they headed, the woman headed into the restaurant and hid in some closed door area, while the guy, he ran to the utility closet and then he climbed into the attic. The ceilings, of course, gave out because of his body weight, causing it to tumble to the floor in the men's restroom. And then he reportedly tried to climb back in again. But, of course, they both were captured immediately. And the woman tried to run into a cross. Like, it just give it up. You know, at certain points, like, you know what, we caught. And so, yeah, that's hit and run. Never pays.
Sad. All they're doing is just so stupid.
These cops, they might as well. Their chances would have been better if they would have just kept running instead of trying to. They tried to literally go to the restaurant like right there, and just sit down like they weren't going to be noticed. I guess they watched one of those movies, you know, one of them inconspicuous movies, like an Oceans or something, where they steal something and they can just sit right there and the cops will just walk on by. No, that didn't.
That ain't working. That ain't gonna work. That's the movie because they wrote it in the script, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only way.
You know, every criminal. I mean, there's a difference between smart criminals and dumb criminals. Dumb criminals break laws. Smart criminals make laws. Think about it.
You actually, you know what? Yeah, okay. I approve. I approve. I approve. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now,
good.
there's there's a lot of illegal things that's been going. We accept this one illegal crime every year for months and months, and it's baseball. People don't actually realize it's illegal because isn't hidden runs are a felony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get it, hit and runs.
Okay, all right. That one went over my head. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
I give you that. That was smart. That was smart. I like that. I like
Well,
that.
with all this technology, AI, robots, all that, how does Google self-driving car get away with a hit and run?
I don't know how to.
By deleting its search history. I can't even say that right. Search. By deleting its search history.
It became funny because you were struggling, but I got that's okay. See, Mike missing out on the good stuff, man. See, watch when Mike get back, he gonna be a hater. Watch, I'm telling you,
Always.
he gonna be. See, Mike, you missing the good stuff, man. Mm-mm-mm. But no, that's really like. But seriously though, what make y'all think y'all gonna get like? Is no that we no, it's just not gonna work.
Not gonna happen. He used to watch too many movies. Oh, I'm gonna just climb in this. Ain't nobody say, yo, that them little ceiling tiles be paper thin. Run too many movies, let you think you're gonna just hide up in there.
It ain't gonna work. Y'all, please be smarter with y'all choices, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the balancing act. We got to pay a certain respects to a certain individual here in Houston. Don't go nowhere. Stay locked into the Just Acting Up show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the balancing act. In all forms of life, everything needs balance. And so we usually use this segment to share motivational news or pay respects to others. Um, Sad to say, this individual, she has given her her life to really keep Houston up afloat. One of the bright spots in the city of Houston, met a lot of people, trendsetter. She was amazing. I met her before. Rest in power, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Man, this hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like she was really amazing. She really stood on business for real, for real. I met her when I was Santa Claus. She was sweet to me, but everybody else that was around her, she was like, "Hey, look, I need you to do this the right way, that the right way." She was sharp, and she didn't play no games. But she wanted things the way she wanted to make sure it was right, because she wanted to make sure Houston was Houston strong for real. And yeah, so man, Sheila Jackson Lee, we thank you for everything you've done for us, sister.
Yeah, she's one of those politicians, man. Growing up in my neighborhood, like she was one of the few politicians that you actually see out there with us. I've met her several times over my lifetime, and it's just like you actually see her in the neighborhoods doing the work with the people, at the churches, at the events. Like she really was a congresswoman for the people, and so she definitely is leaving behind a big legacy. Yeah, just it's sad to see her go.
Yeah, big shoes to fill, like you said. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee was the Democratic chief deputy for the U.S. House of Representatives. She is the author and lead sponsor of the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, which established the first new federal holiday in 38 years. Congresswoman Jackson Lee is also the author and fighter for the passage of Violence Against Women's Act, signed by the president for the first time in almost a decade. And that's just saying that's not even that's just a tip of the iceberg for that woman, man. So Sheila Jackson Lee, we definitely will miss you. You definitely are missed. We see it all through our social media feeds, everybody in Houston. Just when you know she touched the lives of many individuals because everybody's sharing it, everybody's like heartbreaking. We know that she was battling illness. Sad to see that she had to leave us this way, but we thank you, Queen. Thank you for everything that you've done for the city. We need more like her fighting for us the right way in City Hall right now. So
Yeah, which I think I think her legacy's in good hands. I see what's the young politician, Edward Pollard. has
Yeah,
a lot of her gusto. Like I see him actively in the community, actually making, out there doing the work and being visible and amongst the people. So I think her legacy is in good hands. Get your rest, Queen. We
yeah,
appreciate you.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. Clapping in, clapping in, clapping in, clapping in. Another great show in the books. 141 in the thing.
Yeah.
141. Man, bro, that's wow. 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 Man, just thankful and grateful. Thank you for all our viewers and everybody that share our posts, all our guests. Shout out to Cheddar again for stopping by the show. Great show, man. Great gems he's dropping. So thank you, brother. You welcome back anytime.
Those great stories too, off and on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Chris, you got a positive quote for the day for us?
Yeah, positive quote for the week. Life is a circle of happiness, sadness, hard times, and good times. If you're going through hard times, have faith that good times are on the way. So, as
Mm.
Tupac said, gotta keep your head up. Ooh, child.
Things are gonna be easier. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I can't sing right now. But now for real, y'all. Man, appreciate it. Great quote, brother. Great show. We'll see y'all soon. Stay locked in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all be good to one another. Be safe out there. Many blessings to you and your family. Hashi tashi. Peace.